Hello beautiful soul, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mpho and I am a transformational coach, writer and speaker. And if you've got any comments, please write them in the comment section below, any questions or comments. And also remember to subscribe so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video and so that the channel can grow. I will really appreciate that. Okay, so today our topic is minimalistic living. What is minimalism? Minimalism is when you intentionally own certain things that you need, the things that you need, the things that you value, the things that are supporting your purpose, and getting rid of excess things, decluttering things in your life, because everything is energy. The law of vibration says everything is vibrating at a certain level. Even the things that you think are stationary, they are actually vibrating. And these are things that take away from our energy if it's stuff that we don't need. You see, we live in a society where we've been conditioned that owning stuff means you have arrived, or Mpho is working, you can see the stuff that she has, furniture, the house is full of things, the clothing, in the kitchen cupboards are full, the fullest capacity. I mean, stuff is even hanging on the countertops and on top of the cupboards, like everywhere. And then we call that, in the society, that is referred to as she's working. But being a minimalist, it's more of you taking ownership of your life, deciding what you allow in your space, because like I just said, everything is energy. So all of these things are taking away from you. And the primary reason why we want things, it's because we think, or we were told, that these things will fill us up. They fill a certain void, and you feel that once you owning them, maybe you are getting somewhere, and then you realize that this thing is not bringing that satisfaction or that fulfillment, and then you keep buying. You see, we get trapped in the circle of consumerism, and I don't understand how people can decide for me that I will do this, I will live this way. For example, in the shops, when I go there, I buy what I'm there for. I don't like the idea of just taking things there by the checkout, because they put stuff there as well. Stuff that you didn't need, stuff that you didn't want to buy. Okay, of course, unless if it's something that you forgot and you see it, But not just last minute, everything all the way. I don't like people predetermining how my life should go, and I follow that. I am intentional with what I bring, and it's not a matter of being stingy or something like that. It's about, do I need this thing? Because we really end up buying things that we don't need. You see, Black Friday is coming, people are gonna go crazy buying things thinking they are on sale. I mean, stuff that you don't need, stuff that you're not even gonna use, stuff that you're duplicating. All of that is taking your energy. So when I became a minimalist, I gave away about 75% of my clothes, stuff that I didn't need. Certain clothes I hadn't worn in a long time. Others, just, I mean, with the vibration, you listen to your body, you see something and you're like, no, all of that takes away from us. So I cleared my wardrobe, I cleared my house, I clear things, everything that is in my cupboard, in my kitchen cupboards, It's stuff that I use. I don't have plates that are for guests or special people. No one is special more than me in my own house. So everything is what I use. I like buying quality things, and that is that. I don't that whole energy of, you know how our parents used to have things everywhere, plates for the important people, the pastors, the whoever they deemed important. Like, no, all of that is taking so much away from us, and we are not aware of it, you see. I remember when I first bought an iPhone, I normally used Android phones. So when I bought one phone, I would just put the contacts on that SIM card and just paste it there and import it to the new phone, and that was that. But when I bought an iPhone from an Android phone, then I had to literally put them one by one. I saw names that I don't know why are they in my phone. You know, you just see a name and it gives you a low vibe. Automatically, your vibrations are just getting low. And sometimes it's not even that these people did something to you specifically. It's the space that you met them in. For example, maybe you met them once 5 years ago, you were at the police station reporting a case or something like that, and you know, you exchanged numbers for that specific task only, and that was done. You moved along. You are never going to speak to these people again. But seeing the name takes you back to that trauma or whatever that you experienced. And other names, really, they're there. It's just, you know, you just get tired. You get tired from things that you don't know. And your phone is something that you move around with. It's a space. It's your space, you know. Same going with emails. There's so many emails, junk mails. You are moving around with this thing. Believe me, all those things are energy. You need to clear your space. So whether it's a physical space or it's an intangible space, all of that, you know. With your physical space, you clear. And you know, like, even when you are studying, you are not able to get things in your mind, to consume the information that you're studying, if those dishes are not washed, or the curtain is a certain way. That's why I used to like going to the library, because in the house I see stuff. I just have to get up and fix things, because it goes with your external environment, goes with your internal state of mind. So you won't be able to consume anything or to learn anything if the house is a mess. Like they normally say, your office space, your table shows what is going on in your mind when things are not in order, when unnecessary things are there. So minimalism, it's not something that we can say it's an umbrella approach. You decide. It's an intentional living. What is minimalism for you? You decide for yourself. You keep things that are of value to you. So some people take it to the extreme of maybe the living room, there's only one chair and everything, the walls are white and they wear only 3 set of clothes or 5 set of clothes, and that's it. But that's what works for them. I'm not saying that works for all of us. You decide for yourself what works best for you. But it's very important that you are intentional with whenever you show up with your energy. Be responsible for everything that you do. I normally like to use the word embodiment. Embodiment. M being emotions. Body being my body, what I wear, what I put on my body, what food do I choose to put inside my body, how do I decide to show up with my body, and it's the your mental capacity, your mind. All of those things must be in alignment to show up as a full person that you are, as a representation of yourself, of your sovereignty, So it goes, that's what I do. The outside of my house is a direct, immediately when I come home, that's my safe space. This is my safe space. This is where I come to relax. This is where, I just want to relax and be me and do me, So the outside reflects what is happening in the inside. Inside the house, it's the same as what's happening on my body. It's the same of what's happening in my mind. It's the same as what's happening everywhere. So it doesn't help having a certain part of your life this way and another that way, and because all that clutter, it comes and mix everything up for you. You see, everything is connected, everything is vibrational, and things like even toys, I make my children responsible for their toys. Which ones are you using now? Which ones aren't you using? Let's donate others, and let's throw away ones that are broken and stuff like that, so that there's space to breathe. I mean, when you come home, you must breathe. Yeah. Stuff like wearing torn clothes, people take it as something little, but it's big. It's vibration. You can't want to attract certain things in your life, things of value, if that's how you show up. You see, I mean, I'm not asking you to buy new clothes. I'm just saying there's a needle, there's a thread. Sew your clothes, wash them nicely, iron them, be presentable, be you, be happy. So you really can't want to have a certain life that you aspire to have, but you presenting yourself in a certain way. For example, let's say your idea of what rich is, how rich people, according to your perspective, live. Whether you've been in their houses or not, maybe from the TV you can see how does a billionaire house look like. Does it have all the clutter? Is it full of furniture? Are they showing you that they are working? Or do you see minimalistic? Do you see quality and freshness and spaciousness? Do you see all that? And your mind, if your mind says, this is what being rich is, that place, if that's what your mind says, and then in your house or in your private space it's something completely opposite, then do you see that you will not be able to attract that thing that you want, because your mind knows it a certain way, you see? So if you are saying somebody who is important and whatever, in your own way of importance, if you regard that as people that you will, when you dish food for them, it will be nicely put on the plate, the cutlery will be clean, everything will be like that, and then you give yourself food, you just put food there and you eat with that same spoon, like I normally say, I hate that thing. I hate how much people disregard themselves like that. It's disrespect, really. It's disrespect to oneself. How do you do that? And then you teach your mind that when you're important, it's when you eat like this, and then you give yourself this way. What does that say? And how do you attract that? You see, everything is energy. Your body tells you. Your body tells you. Like I said with the phone, you feel a certain way that this name gives me something, vibration, man, like something is not adding up. Or even just going to the mall, you know, and it's a lot of people, especially now in festive. It's just going to be jam-packed. When you come from there, you feel like taking a bath with salt water or sleeping or something. Your energy, you just feel like, you know, something is not adding up. So everything is energy. And really, the phrase less is more, less is more, it's so important. It's so true. And you live a life that is so simple, that is so intentional, and you are even able to save money. You know, you're able to save money because we tend to be impulsive buyers. With that money that you duplicated things, and you are in the same breath you are getting yourself stressed out about how much you don't have money and stuff like that. You start saving it, and maybe you can travel more. Maybe you can be out to nature more, you know. And those are things that matter to us. Spending time with your family, playing games, and those things, unlike this thing of consuming. I don't even understand the concept of retail therapy. It doesn't make sense, because you're just gonna get that satisfaction for that little time, but these things are now the energy that you carry, stuff that you don't need, you see. So it's very important to be intentional with our energy. Protect your energy with everything. You decide who you allow in your space, your circle of friends. You protect your mental state, you know, what you want to hear, what you want to discuss, what you want to watch, how the energy around the house should be, you know. I started implementing also the principles of Feng Shui. It's an old Chinese principles that basically work with energy, how energy flows in the house, and like I'm saying, how certain furniture are placed, how elements are placed, so that you can enhance your vibration like that. So I'll just put it in the description. So if you want to incorporate the principles of Feng Shui and minimalism, you know, you can just do what feels right for you. But it's very, very important that we are responsible. Don't let other people decide how your life should go, because or what being successful is. It's stuff that we should define for ourselves. And I am someone who's very sentimental. I'm a Cancerian. I've got things that I keep that are of value to me. Like I still have even primary letters, you know, those roses are red, violets are blue kind of stuff. But I've got a box for them, where I put all my stuff, and it's nicely packaged and placed somewhere, you know. I remember, I think I was in high school that time. I got one teacher of mine, my accounting teacher, my favorite teacher, was leaving the school, and she made for all of us like a note of how special we are to her and stuff like that. And then she used a puncture on that note, and then she put stock sweets in those 2 holes, you know. So I've been having that thing for years in my box. And I found my cousin opened that, and he ate my stock sweets, and I was crying. I was crying like, how did you take that? And he didn't find it as a big deal. He's like, so what? It's just a stock sweets. I'm like, No, but you were not supposed to eat it. Don't you think if I wanted to eat it, I could have eaten it and whatever? But then he said he's gonna buy another one. Man, I was crying. I was like, it's not another one. It's not in the other one. It's in this one, you know? So yeah. I keep my stuff like that, okay? So bottom line is do what's right for you. If you keep sentiments like that, do that. But make sure it's not everywhere. You know, you get people having clothes of your loved ones, maybe that passed on, that you're not even using. Use them, or if it's stuff that you need to put away, pack them nicely in a respectable manner, in a respectable place, you know, your stuff. But things really shouldn't be everywhere. They are taking up space. They are taking up your energy. They are consuming your energy. Like they say, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Less is more. Less things. That's your joy. That's where our happiness is. Our happiness is not determined by things. You see, it's determined by us and only what we value. And in that way, when you're buying things, you're buying responsibly. You know what I'm gonna use this for, or if I'm buying this clothing item, okay, I'm gonna put it with that or something like that. We basically buying for quality, not for quantity. And as you keep buying stuff, you give others away, or you sell them, or whatever, and you keep on doing it like that until you find what works for you. You see, sometimes you might find maybe from at the beginning you give in so many things that some you even need, and then you start take them back, you know, put them back, and that, but make sure that everything that you own is vibrating at the level that you want. Like I said about torn things, you know, you don't want that in your space. Knit them nicely, and is it knit them? Sew them. Yeah, you don't want bent spoons and things that are broken, you know. Take them out. It's that same energy. It's that same energy that you don't want. All right. Okay, beautiful. So let's end it there for today. I'll see you next week, and remember, everything you need is already within you. I love you. Bye.